Did you ever hear of Jean Shepherd? How about "You'll shoot your eye out," which is a line from the movie Christmas Story, which has become sort of a classic holiday film. You may have noticed the poster behind me for a film called Kes. Now, Kes is considered by the British Film Institute to be one of the top British films of all time. But here in the US, it's virtually unknown. Well, the person who wrote Christmas Story and narrated Christmas Story was Jean Shepherd. And Jean Shepherd, in the 60s and 70s, was a huge radio personality. He was a cult personality on the East Coast, not so much out here on the West. And growing up on the East Coast, as a little kid, I used to listen to him just before I went to bed. Even though it's in English and an English film, the accents are virtually indecipherable to the American ear. And he told stories a lot like the stories he told in Christmas Story that were sort of, I guess they were sort of kid-friendly, but they always felt subversive. They weren't just about kids. He told stories about his life in the Army, about the world in general, but it was all, you know, with a sort of critical eye, but it was fun, and his storytelling was genius. He was like a modern, I guess, Mark Twain. And the film is about a kid growing up in a working class mining town in Yorkshire, in England, and it's similar in some ways to Billy Elliot, if you saw that film. You know, in sort of an area that was going through a lot of changes in the mid to late 20th century. And the director, Ken Loach, tends to use non-professionals, take them from the surrounding community. This kid was cast out of a local school. And one of the great things about the way he told the story is that, his show, when I was listening to it, went on for about 45 minutes. He didn't just tell a story straight through. He would, during the course of telling a story, meander off on tangents which at first didn't seem like they related, but ultimately everything all came to a head, and you saw how it all fit together, which, you know, reminds me of the best of some of the storytelling that I see on YouTube. In order to get an authentic performance from a non-professional, he likes to minimize the environment of filmmaking. I think one of the other things I liked about Jean Shepherd is that his characters were real. They weren't by any means models of humanity, the kids or the adults. They yelled, they cursed, they made mistakes. There was an intimate scene between the boy and his teacher that took place in in sort of a greenhouse or a shed. But you know, he's been one of my inspirations and one of my models for storytelling. And instead of surrounding them with all the lights and the boom and the camera, pulled it all out of the building, found a hole in that building, shot through the hole with a long lens so that the kid and the adult could have this conversation just between the two of them, as it was supposed to be. So it had a sort of a feeling of authenticity. That's what I'm striving to do with my films.